I'm Fire Chief Robert Sideleau of the Leominster Fire Department. Been in this position for 10 years. Second generation firefighter. I've been on the fire department for close to 40 years. Come up through the ranks. Had the pleasure of working with many great individuals, many great assignments. Leominster Fire Department consists of 80 members. We run 4 shifts. We have 3 engines, a ladder truck, 2 ambulances, a dispatcher, staff 24/7, 19 men per shift, led by a deputy chief. We have lieutenants on each engine and ladder company. We do about 8,500 runs a year. Of that, about 5,500 are medical. Our ambulances operate at the BLS level. And we got pretty much a little bit of everything. We're plastic was our industry, through the 1900s. We've got a lot of residential, multifamily buildings, commercial, with a commercial center of the North County, and we have a share of manufacturing. So the Leominster Fire Department consists of 3 fire stations. The newest being built in the 60s, and one that was built in the 1900s, and one that was opened in 1865. So we were lucky enough to acquire, it's a 1900 era school building that was in the 1990s, was completely renovated into a plastics museum, and kind of the police used it for, partially used it for a number of years, and with them getting a new police station, we've taken over this renovated old school building, and as you'll see later in a video, it's fabulous, state-of-the-art, all modernized heating, electrical, sprinkler system, and it's allowed us to have a 1 floor of complete fire training, 1 floor of administrative with a future communications center, and the 3rd floor is a conference room. And on the 2nd floor in the training, we built a 1,200 square foot mock-up so that we can do search and rescue and smoke it out. We have a brand new gymnasium that's 40 feet by 40 feet with all new equipment. We have a huge storage area for all our EMS and fire supplies. And then we have another section that contains offices, and then a classroom to do 12 to 20 individuals for training. Biggest challenges, like every other fire department, is handling the different types of calls a day. Obviously, in this era, is a lot of mental health for the EMS, drug overdoses, elderly. We have big elderly population. Our fire load consists of mostly residential, but like I said earlier, we have a fair share of industrial and commercial. So we have to be trained for all of that. We have a good department, a lot of respected members. So training is, I've seen over the last 20, 30 years, there's been a lot of specialty training, and we hazmat, tech rescue. Our emphasis is to continue that, but to make sure that we're training daily on the basic training, whether it's our recruits through the fire academy or 35-year members, is stretch and hose line, ladder in buildings, pump operations, getting water on the fire quickly. And then on the EMS side is dealing with the many different facets that, we have a lot of routine ambulance calls, but then we have some that require advanced skills of, traumas and different types of emergencies of that nature. For me being chief, I knew going into it that it deals with a lot of personnel issues, and a lot of the issues you deal with daily are not what, when you're coming up as a firefighter, you're exposed to. But being second generation, I was involved in the union. I have the passion of always wanted to be a firefighter since I was a kid. I knew it was 24/7. I knew that once you sign on, it's you're available. Again, like I said, we have a lot of great members of the Leominster Fire Department that make my job easier. But it is to the young guy coming up, is firefighting's for a young man, chiefing's for an old man. So to deal with the stress, again, being second generation, it's part of your life. I've always took it in stride. I knew what the job was about when I was coming on. A lot of newer firefighters are not exposed and don't know that there's a lot of tragedy and a lot of heartache. So one of the things I did when I came on and I was young was I started to exercise and run. When I came on, there was a lot of heart disease from, not wearing masks, and they smoke cigarettes and everything. But I think just, exercise, eating right, having friends, and knowing what you're getting into, it's made it a lot easier. Any run that's had impact, no, there are many runs that I can remember, both good and bad. I just, there's nothing that's made me have issues or made me have a certain passion to go after something. I look at it as the whole, is you deal with the good and the bad, and you try to learn. So everything we do on a fire department is just to get better each day. There's a lot of turnover with personnel, equipment, so it's an evolving process. It's not like you're going to fix something. It's just you got to continually to upgrade, whether it's computer software or the latest gear or techniques. You just continue. Every day is a new adventure, and you just take it as it comes. Yes, so 80 sets of gear. We've been advocating for a second set for every individual. We got a federal grant about 11 years ago, and it was expiring. So working with the mayor's office, we were able to acquire funds that it's coming out of the city's general budget of some COVID relief and some financial management of the city. That it's a $180,000 purchase that we're hoping to get shortly. My most enjoyment is being a fireman. I never expected to make rank. I didn't come on with the idea that I wanted to make rank. I lived the life of a firefighter. My family is, my wife has, accepted that. I try to tell all the young guys, don't make more out of it than it is. We're paid to be ready to perfect our craft, but it's pretty much what you see is how it is. You come to work, respond to calls, and take care of yourself. With COVID over the past 18 months was very difficult to deal with. We had some members that got sick. We responded, like I said, we run the ambulance, so we responded to many calls. We never changed our response. We actually upped it. We sent more apparatus on calls, meaning we exposed more people, but we emphasized on making sure everybody had the best protection. They were wearing the best protection. If anybody needed help, mentally with counseling or anything, it really was a difficult job. But that again, I had some key people and great members of the department, and the young guys. They really stepped up. The ones that are on the ambulance, they were there every day and did a fantastic job.